What made me make this video in the first place was a recent article from thegamer.com who posted this article titled, "Resident Evil 5 is too racist for a remake." And as someone who played that game at release, this had me confused. How is Resident Evil 5 any more racist or stereotypical than any other game in the series? They say that Resident Evil 5 is racist because you're playing a civilized white man gunning down African people in a remote area of Africa. I'll just come out and say it. If Resident Evil 5 is racist, then the entire series is as well. In Resident Evil 4, you play as Leon Kennedy, who's on a mission to save the president's daughter from a crazed cult. But if we take the gaming journalist lens to this game closer, you could condense the entire game into American white man enters Spanish colony and guns down every man and woman in his path. They're about Westerners shooting people of color. However, these scenarios could be seen as racist by some. The reality is that Resident Evil as a concept is about survival, and the infected you kill are not really doing it of their own free will, but because they're victims of a maniacal shadow organization that's hell-bent on destroying everything. Killing the Spanish villagers in Resident Evil 4 isn't racist because once the virus takes hold, things like being politically correct or tolerant to cultural traditions get quickly replaced with a you versus them scenario. These African villagers are not attacking Chris because they want to, but because they're no longer people anymore. They are like the villagers in 4, they're victims of Umbrella. These very primitive groups do exist even to this day, and I think Capcom using tribes like these as enemy types is not racist. It's showcasing how truly evil the Umbrella Corporation is, that they're willing to destroy ancient tribes if it means to further their goals. And shooting them is supposed to fill you with unease, the same way shooting a Spanish woman in Resi 4 should too.
It's been in the Midwest. It wasn't racist then, why should it be racist now?
You should shoot them.
Resident Evil 5 is not racist, neither is any other game in the series, and it's that fearless drive to push buttons and boundaries that makes Resident Evil such a fantastic franchise to begin with.